Welcome to Top News Channel. A special welcome to all subscribers. Thanks for supporting my channel. I'm Evadne Brown Harrison with the Top News Roundup for Thursday, November 2. Here are the main stories making our newscast. In local news, Indicom says members of the security forces are failing to wear body cams during operations. Several men now in police custody following the seizure of an illegal gun in Spanish Town. In regional news, children in Haiti facing triple threat of insecurity, malnutrition, and disease. And on the international scene, over 9,000 people killed and more than 22,000 injured in Israeli-Palestinian war. Top News Roundup is brought to you by Evadne's Multimedia and Communication Services. Fast, reliable, affordable. Now the details. The Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom, says members of the security forces are failing to wear their body-worn cameras during operations. The Jamaica Constabulary Force and Jamaica Defense Force are being urged by the Commission to address the issue. Head of Indicom, Hugh Faulkner, says since January of this year, there has been 106 fatal shootings involving the security forces. However, the Commission says it has only received a report of only one body camera being present during one confrontation.
Since the start of this year, of all the fatal and shooting injury incidents, which total 106. Indicom has only been informed of one incident that a body-worn camera was present.
Mr. Faulkner has revealed that 12 of the 106 persons killed were mentally ill and were shot when they reportedly attacked members of the security forces. Mr. Faulkner says the Commission continues its investigations to determine if the officers interviewed were trained in, issued with, or was using a body-worn camera at the time of a reported incident.
The Commission continues to monitor and ascertain from the concerned officers that we interview whether they were trained in, issued with, or was using a body-worn camera at the time of a reported incident.
That was head of the Independent Commission of Investigations, Indicom, Mr. Hugh Faulkner. He was speaking during a press briefing today. The Spanish Town police have taken several men, including a member of the entertainment fraternity, into custody in connection with the seizure of an illegal gun at a party. Reports are that at about 3:30 a.m., the police was conducting an operation in Spanish Town when they pounced upon an event called Pill Wednesdays. Top News Channel understands that during the operation, the police discovered a bag containing a Glock pistol. Consequently, the men were escorted to the Spanish Town police station. Acting head of the St. Catherine North Police Division, Superintendent Hopeton Nicholson, says the police are taking a zero-tolerance approach to illegal activities and will continue to fight against criminal forces in Spanish Town. The identities of the men are being withheld pending further investigation. Now for the top regional story. Over 5 million Haitians, including 3 million children, are in need of humanitarian support in 2023. UNICEF says that nearly 5 million Haitians are acutely hungry and that the terrible situation is terrorizing children and families and destroying livelihoods amid unprecedented hunger, malnutrition, and a resurgent cholera epidemic. Haiti was among the top 5 countries globally in terms of recorded cholera cases between July 20 and August 31. UNICEF says the combination of escalating insecurity, restricted access to essential health, water, and sanitation services, and cholera pose particularly lethal threats to malnourished children. The agency says at least 115,000 children in Haiti are expected to suffer from life-threatening malnutrition this year. Now for news on the international scene. Over 9,000 people have been killed and more than 22,000 injured during Israel's weeks-long bombardment of Gaza. The civilian casualties have continued to rise as Israel strikes large residential areas, schools, and hospitals in Gaza in what it says are military target strikes. Amnesty International says the Israeli bombing on Gaza are undocumented, unlawful Israeli attacks that must be investigated as war crimes. Human Rights Watch says Israel's ground assault raises serious concerns for the safety of all civilians caught in the fighting. The bombing has caused devastation in Palestine and is appearing to be a tipping point in the war. A number of countries responded with diplomatic measures in condemnation of Israel's action in Gaza that has led to a humanitarian crisis. The strikes continue amid increasingly urgent calls for ceasefire by the UN and aid organizations, and despite a UN General Assembly resolution backed by over 100 countries calling for a sustained humanitarian truce. This brings us to the end of the newscast. Here's a recap of our main stories. Indicom says members of the security forces are failing to wear body cams during operations. Several men now in police custody following the seizure of an illegal gun in Spanish Town. Children in Haiti facing triple threat of insecurity, malnutrition, and disease, and over 9,000 people killed and more than 22,000 injured in Israeli-Palestinian war. Top News Roundup was brought to you by Evadne's Multimedia and Communication Services. Fast, reliable, affordable. On behalf of the news team and Top News Channel, I'm Evadne Brown Harrison. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Top News Channel for news that is accurate, current, and credible. Take care.